A security guard who was at the petrol station says he witnessed the fatal crash, offering an account that appears to contradict earlier reports about the moments leading to the accident. TV47's Alvin Kidinji takes a look at the account of the eyewitnesses against the earlier reports.
Ephraim Ndio Cheptek, a security guard on duty at a petrol station along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway on the night Cyrus Jirongo died, has offered a sharply different version of events. Cheptek says he was the only person alert at the time of the accident at 3 a.m. and insists that the circumstances surrounding the crash were unusual.
Wakati huo akigongwa ni mimi tu, askari nilikuwa bado macho na niliyashuhudia yale ambayo yalitukia. Wakati aliingia kwa polepole kidogo, na alipofika karibu kwa mafuta akachomoka tena kidogo. Kwa hivyo jinsi alivyokuwa anaingia si wa kawaida, ilikuwa ni tofauti kabisa.
According to Cheptek, the road was calm and completely clear before the accident. He says no vehicle was trailing Jirongo's car and there was no traffic in either direction until after the collision.
Kiangalia kwenye barabara ulikuwa umetulia. Barabara ulikuwa umetulia kwa huo muda mchache. Magari hayakuwa na mfululiza, na hiyo gari tu pekee ndio ilikuja, na muda huo baada ya matukio ndio magari mengine yalikuja sasa yakafululiza, sababu sasa speed ya magari yalikuwa slow ndio mengine, lakini yeye akija hamna gari yoyote ambayo iliandamana naye, alikuwa ni yeye na yeye peke yake.
Hakugiveaway. Wakati aliona upande yake ya kupanda Nairobi magari meshikana, alifanya hesabu overtake hizo gari, na mimi naye nikamuona nikiwa mbali. Nilipomuona nikiwa mbali, nikajaribu kanyaga hiyo gari break na kulikuwa kumenyesha. Nikaona nitamwaga watu 67. Nikienda kando nitamwaga watu 67. Sasa alikuja kama ameniingia direct kichwa kwa kichwa.
Cheptek recounts that Jirongo drove into the petrol station from the Nairobi direction, slowed down like someone preparing to fall, but he never stopped. Instead, he suddenly proceeded straight towards the exit, leading back to the Nairobi-Nakuru highway.
Ilifika hapa, ikakuja hapa kana kwamba ilitakana kupewa mafuta hapa, na ikapika tu, ikafululiza, kapita hapa hivyo, ikanyorosha hivyo, sisi tulikuwa pale, kwa nimesimama hapa kwa kawesh, mbele ya kawesh hapo.
It was at that exit he claims that the former member of parliament did not hesitate but drove directly onto the road moments before the collision. In fact, the security guard says the slain MP accelerated the car from the station.
Kufika hapa, ikaelekea mle upande wa barabara ikitoka, na moja kwa moja ikaenda. Nikawa tu natazama wakati iko na speed gani sasa. Wakati hiyo ilienda speed kidogo, haikuenda sana. Hapa sasa hapa ilikuwa polepole tu, manake ili reduce speed nikidhani anataka kupewa mafuta, lakini akachomoka hivyo, akikuja speed, akafika hapa. Alipofika hapa hakusimama hata nukta yoyote.
The guard says that Jirongo rejoined the highway directly into the lane of an oncoming bus, resulting in a head-on collision. Cheptek further adds that the impact pushed Jirongo's car about 80 to 100 meters, and that by the time people rushed to the scene, he was already dead.
Akapiga U-turn hapa. Alipofika U-turn, basi ilikuwa inatokeleza jinsi kama hii inakuja, baba wakakutana hapa na wakagongana head-on collision, na from here gari ikagongwa na yenyewe ikarotate hadi pale karibu mahali lori hile imeegeshwa pale.
Alikuwa ametoka kwa petroli akielekea Nairobi. Petroli yenye iko mkono yangu wa left, na mimi naye natoka Nairobi. Ndio akakuja kama ameniingia kichwa kwa kichwa, na mwisho yake ikafika hapo.
He maintains that Jirongo's manner of driving into and out of the petrol station was not normal, adding to the growing list of questions surrounding the former MP's final moments.
Wakati aliingia kwa polepole kidogo, na alipofika karibu kwa mafuta akachomoka tena kidogo. Kwa hivyo jinsi alivyokuwa anaingia si wa kawaida, ilikuwa ni tofauti kabisa.
The eyewitness account comes as friends and associates of Jirongo express doubts about the official narrative. Several have questioned accounts being given on Jirongo's last moments, with some noting that he had not indicated any plans to travel to Naivasha. Some close associates claiming that he left Karen at around 11:30 p.m. and was heading to his home in Gigiri, and are now raising questions as to how he died along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway. They claim that they were to have a meeting with Jirongo the following day, and at no point did he mention he was traveling to Naivasha.
He was traveling from Karen. He was supposed to travel from Karen to his home in Gigiri. But now he was found dead on Naivasha, Nairobi Road, traveling from Naivasha towards Nairobi. So we don't know. The only people who can find out is police. If they can check on the cameras, they should be able to tell, because there are cameras. They should be able to tell how this car traveled all the way to that side and back.
Naivasha is not in between here and Karen. How did he find himself in Naivasha, driving back to Nairobi? In Naivasha, driving back to Nairobi. That's a mystery that must be unraveled.
Police have yet to release a comprehensive report on the crash, and the conflicting accounts have fueled the speculation about whether the incident was a tragic accident or whether other factors may have been involved.
We have seen the lorry, we've seen the car, the story about the petrol stations. All these facts have come out.
The bus,
yes. And of course the nature of his injuries. There can be only three things that I can say as we wait for the post-mortem results. Number one is from the facts that are available, it appears highly unlikely that Jirongo could have moved to Naivasha on his own volition, or to the totality of the facts when you consider them. Number two is at the scene of the accident. I know the Karai area. I come from Nakuru County. The normal scenes of Kenyan accidents, even when an accident happens late at night, you see passengers, you see neighbors, almost everybody milling around. Those scenes, if they are there, I have not seen them.
And this was actually, as is being reported, 3 a.m. at night. So
precisely, but it is any time in Kenya when accidents happen, that's the first thing you see. And when it's a prominent Kenyans, what you see feeling now the social media are now independent people now coming and saying, the way this has happened, there is only one narrative, and this appears to be by the driver. Funny as it is. Now, number three. Of course, we are waiting for the post-mortem result.
Yeah, but
the third issue that is
driver is ferrying 65 people in his bus. So all those are witnesses as well.
Yes, but I've not seen them talking.
Yeah, none of them has actually been.
Had the driver.
It's only the driver.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Is unusual in the normal course of things. But the third issue is that as a lawyer, of course, I've been involved in several accident cases. And therefore, I'm familiar to saying, without them being an expert or about collisions, but you can see them. I remember some time back, this must have been in early 2000 or something, one of the sons of the late Tom Mboya, he used to have a motorcycle.
Peter
Mboya, he was involved in an accident somewhere in Kikuyu. I defended the old man, and you could see the vehicle and the motorcycle, the nature of the impact that was there. Well, you remember now, this is just a motorcycle, and this is a car. When you see the nature of the impact that both vehicles would suffer, is usually significant and obvious that there was a massive, serious accident. Now, when you look at this particular bus, as it was, you do not get an obvious impression that this bus, I don't know whether you've seen the bus, huh? The photo of it is going around on social media. You don't get the obvious feeling that this bus has just been involved in a serious accident that caused this kind of harm to the Mercedes. So, but that is now for the investigators to tell. So on a scale of 1 to 10, is it not an accident? I would give 7. That to me doesn't look like a legitimate accident. Finally, it's something important that we need to mention. There's these things called inflation. After 1992 election, because of the impact of the money, he tried to mention something like that, but he says that he was young, so he doesn't remember well. I think I need to mention that because I was there. There was a serious economic hardship and serious inflation. In 1993-94, it started to disappear around 1995. I remember around 1993, when I went from the university after first year, going home, my mother asking me, what is happening? We've never experienced this kind of thing. So I tried to explain to her the inflation thing. And what is a simple one? So what is this inflation? An old woman would ask. I said it is when there is more money chasing few goods. So my mother says, then who has the money? I neither have the money nor the goods. And that now would introduce me to all these things of economy. And of course, to demonstrate the terrible effects that inflation can have on normal households. Because for me, whenever the subject inflation is mentioned, I still remember my mother asking, so who has the money? Because I didn't have all of this. So for me, Jirongo, therefore, I would always remember him that way. And of course, coming to 2027, all the signs are that it would be a situation of YK92 writ large. There is definitely going to be more massive bribery than we ever saw in 1992. Everything points to that direction.
Yes, and